Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, thank you so much for joining. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about intermittent fasting. So stay tuned. All right guys, so intermittent fasting. What is it? Do I really need to do it? So when I first started, I did not intermittent fast. I just stuck to meal planning, and that's what I needed to do. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started, if you would have told me, well, no, if you would have told me that I was intermittent fasting, I would have thought you were lying. Because at that time, food was such an addiction, and it still is. So don't think that's just cured here. But the idea of skipping a meal, just, that wasn't for me. I wanted every single meal, and you better not tell me not to skip a meal. That was my mindset. You couldn't tell me otherwise. So in the beginning, I just stuck to just what am I putting into my body and the meal planning. And that's really how I started. And it wasn't until like the second month, towards the end of the second month on keto, that is when I started intermittent fasting. And it was just my body telling me, we can start now. I was just feeling fuller. That's the only way I can really describe it, is that I was feeling fuller, and I just knew that I could intermittent fast. Now, when I first started, I would have dinner around, 8, 9 o'clock. And that was just because I was having a late lunch. Like, I would just get up later, and that was just how it kind of fell. So when at first I started, I could only make it until around 12, 1 o'clock. And then that was, all right, I need to start eating now. And then as it progressed, and as I am now into it more, I can make it until like 3, 4 o'clock, sometimes even later than that. So don't stress if you really are only getting until 12, 1. It's okay to start off, and that's where it's okay to start off, and that is the time that you can make it to. This is your body, and you need to follow your body and what it needs. Now, key thing is, when you break your fast, what are you doing? Because you can't just load on the carbs or, have your first high fat meal. Like, you can't, you may want to because you're at that point, but you need to break your fast being smart about breaking your fast. When I was breaking my fast, I would have a cup of black coffee it was a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I would mix that up, drink that, so that way it brought my blood sugar down a bit. And then I would have my first, not meal, but breaking my fast with the protein. So I would have a lean protein, and it was scallops. So that's what I would choose. I would do 6 ounces of scallops. And that was my beginning of how I broke my fast. And then an hour later is when I would have my first meal. Now that's changed a bit. So what I do now is, scallops, they're not the most office friendly meal. So let's just throw that out there. So, yes, it was great for me, but wasn't good for everybody else around me that had to smell the scallops. And if you work at an office, it's not the most office friendly meal. So what I do now is this Keto Cream, and this is what I do now. So for Keto Cream, it's great, and here's the nutrients on the back of what is in it. and feel free to message me on how to get it. Link should be below. But it's quick. I like quick, easy, and it smells great for everybody. That sweet cream is that one. And it's quick and easy and painless. All I have to do is heat up a cup of coffee. Now, mind you, if it is later, if you're pushing your fast later, have decaf. Have a decaf coffee instead of the caffeinated, and then just open up the packet, throw it in, mix it up, you're good to go. And that breaks your fast. And then if I'm hungry an hour later, I'll have a meal an hour later. Sometimes it's 2 hours. And then that's when I'll have my first real meal of the day. And typically that's really all I'm eating for that day is the coffee, the Keto Cream coffee, and my meal. And you know what? I'm not hungry for anything else. That's the beautiful thing. I'm not starving myself, because if I was, I wouldn't be able to keep going, because the addictive food part of me would be like, this is not for us. Get us out of here. But that's not it. I feel full, I'm content, and that's what matters. And now for intermittent fasting, I do every other day. There's different types. You can do the OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. You could just do it's 16 to 20 hours is really, but a lot of people find the 18-hour mark is the beauty of when to break a fast. Some people have done extremes. I've seen like 24-hour fasts, etc. But that's where I'm at in this video. This is what I'm doing, and this is what is working for me. And that is actually how I'm finding I'm dropping pounds faster and quicker by intermittent fasting. It's really allowing my body to use the fat and eat the fat instead of store it. And that is what the point of intermittent fasting is. So if you find this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Please comment below, tell me what you think, and let me know if there's some other ideas that you would find helpful. And also subscribe, because there's more stuff coming. So stay tuned, have a good one.